and welcome back to another October video. Today I thought, since the weather is getting colder, that means that outdoor plants are dying off. So it's time for indoor plants, especially really popular are green plants. So I thought I would share with you my plant collection. I have the majority of all the green plants in this house right here. It's a bit of a mess, and yeah, I'll go through them with like type of plants, how easy I think they are to handle, and general caretake. So before I just ramble on forever, let's just get into it. So I decided to divide them into kind of categories. So the first category is succulents, and I have, well, basically all of them are succulents, and then I have one tiny cactus. No, wait, I have two cacti, but the rest are just regular, like what people look at as succulents. I thought I would start off with the ones I don't really know anything about, because I have quite a few of what's basically the same plant. And basically this is the largest one, the one that's doing great, and all of these plants all came from this one, I believe, and it was, if I remember correctly, a gift to my mom from someone. I should have asked her. She told me yesterday, but I didn't write it down, so you know. I also have this succulent, which is probably, I think this is the first plant I bought when I was living at this school I went to last year, finished last year actually. And then I bought this one and a cacti. The cacti kind of got overwatered and died. But yeah, I still have this one, and I don't know, I bought it because it was a really interesting shape. And that is something that you will see throughout this entire video, is my interest in shapes. And I basically go into a plant store, and if I see something that's like catches my eye, then I'm like, you are coming home with me. Succulents in general are very easy to maintain. I think the most important thing is not to overwater them. As I said, the cacti I bought died because when you overwater them, they start to rot from the inside out, and they die. So watering succulents and cacti, you should just let the soil dry out completely before you water them again. And when you water them, just give them plenty of water till the soil is just full of water, but don't let it sit in excess water. So if you water it and then you see that the soil has taken all the water it can hold and there's still some water in the pot left, then just drain that out and before you move on. If they are in a warm sunny spot, then they will dry out quicker. I also have these two aloe vera plants. I think they're aloe vera, probably, at least they're related, and they are just growing in this big thing, glass thing filled with pebbles and some earth. The same goes for this as for the other succulents. Don't overwater them. And with light, they're pretty versatile, but like a bright spot with not too much direct sunlight. Don't let them get burned, basically, because plants actually get sunburned just like us. And then I have this super tiny cacti in this cute little woven pot, and it's nothing special, it's just a tiny cacti I bought, and yeah, I should water it, definitely. And then finally I have this Christmas cacti. This is also quite old and hasn't really been properly taken care of for a couple of years, because I didn't really have a interest for plants before this year. so it's only been my mom trying to keep them alive before that, and she works quite a lot, so when she's not home they kind of die. I've been really trying to take care of these plants this year, and it's been growing quite a bit this summer, which is amazing. I don't really think they've been growing in a while. So the special thing with this type of cactus is that it needs higher level of moisture because it's used to higher humidity. So don't let this dry out as much as the other ones. And also this one is special because now during the later months of the year, this one should be placed in a dark place for 12 hours like at a time. So if you put it there at like 10 p.m. and then you take it out at 10 a.m. because then it might also start to produce little flowers. While we are talking about plants who need extra darkness during the winter months, I also have this one, which in Norway we just call them Christmas star plants. I googled the name, poinsettia, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, you'll see the name of all the plants as I talk about them. So as you can see, it has some red leaves, and you usually buy these before Christmas and all the leaves are red, and it has these big red flowers on them, and then most people just throw them away after Christmas. But we try to take care of this one, and it still actually has red leaves from last Christmas. These ones shouldn't dry out as much as succulents because they don't hold the water like succulents do. And also what's special about this is that you should actually water it from like underneath. So when I water it, I just lift it up and then I put water in the pot, and then I let the soil like dry the water up from underneath instead of watering from above. This is also special in the winter months because now, as the Christmas cactus, you should now also during September, October, November keep it in a dark place for 12 hours every night, and then it will start getting red leaves again and eventually, hopefully, get flowers. And again, with the interesting shapes, I have a plant right there, which is a pilea, interesting shape, easy to grow. This is probably the easiest plant I have had so far because it grows so quickly, it's insane. And down here it has all of these baby plants that it just keeps bringing up. What you do with them is you simply just cut them and replant it into a new separate pot, and then it will start growing a new plant. This one needs to have moist soil pretty much constantly. Don't let it dry out too much, but again, don't keep it soggy. So I water it like once or twice a week, maybe 3 times depending on how much sunlight it's been, and it should stay in a bright spot, not direct sunlight. It's really easy plant to grow, it grows so fast, and it's also good for hanging like in a basket. Moving on, I have a banana plant. It only had two lower leaves here when I bought it, so it's grown quite a bit. This is actually an outdoor plant in warmer countries, so it can be outside for a bit while if it's warm enough, but make sure it has enough water. It needs quite a bit of water, so it should stay the soil should stay moist and not soggy, but yeah, surprisingly easy to take care of so far. And each leaf that grows seems to be bigger than the last, so I can't wait and see where this goes. I'm nearly done. I only have 2 plants left. Well, actually it's 3 plants, but it's like 2 groups of plants left. And the first one is ferns. So I have 2 types of ferns. This is the first one, and again, I'm not quite sure what type of fern it is. It didn't say. This one lives in the bathroom, and it's again very easy to take care of because it's a fern. So where do ferns grow? In damp, like cool forest ground. So a partly shadowed place is perfect for this, for ferns in general. And the other fern I have are those two over there. And these two are asparagus ferns. They are so delicate and airy and just beautiful, and it's the same care for this one as for generally any fern, like moist soil, not soggy, more of a shadowy place but not too dark, and yeah, easy to grow, easy to maintain. I love it. And then lastly I have a monstera plant. And I mean, if you think monstera plants, they are usually quite big. This one hasn't had anyone to properly take care of it since early 80s, so don't expect a lot. This is my baby, and it's actually my mom's. It has basically only have these 3 leaves for as long as I've been alive, I think, at least for as long as I can remember. And then I just got really interested in plants, and I really wanted to make this grow and become big like monstera plants are. They are beautiful and normally massive, but this one is not. And I haven't placed it in a proper pot yet either, so it's just standing in a cookie box. I am desperately trying to nurse this back into full life. They are also used to higher humidity in the air, so again, place it alongside other plants or have some sort of container with water nearby so the water evaporates and gives it the life it needs. Don't let it dry out too much. You should water it frequently, but just again, don't overwater it. And that was all I had for you guys today. A little collection of plants, and if you have anything to add to plant care, then make a comment down below and I'll see it and hopefully learn something. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!